Now, okay, but we still have medians. We have areas close to the right-of-way that are still being watered. What is the plan to get to that lower rate when we still have medians even here in Castle Rock that are still watered?
That's a great question. We have extended the rebates for Coloradoscape, not just to residential customers, but also to non-residential customers. So HOAs are taking advantage of that now, homeowners associations, and any non-residential customer. So we're seeing an expansion of those replacements because a lot of those, as you know, are maintained by HOAs. Of course, we also work with the town for areas where we're maintaining those medians and landscapes to remove that. And there's a couple of examples where we've already done that in the meadows and the woodlands.
Okay.
So yeah, that's a big issue and one of the areas we really need to hit. We're actually working on something right now related to this to go a step further for the future. And that's actually to eliminate grass or turf for front yards for new development in Castle Rock.
Oh, wow.
We actually met with a bunch of folks on the Economic Development Council Water Subcommittee this morning talking about that very thing.
Okay. Speaking of turf then for front yards, we love our parks in Castle Rock.
Right.
We love having our playing fields. Heck, my kids, your kids play soccer.
Yeah.
My kids grew up playing softball, baseball, football.
Right.
What about those? I mean, obviously, those are big areas of grass that we got to water too. Is there anything that the town is doing to actually eliminate those areas, cut back? Where is water conservation going when it comes to recreation?
That's an important issue. And the bottom line is we did a project a couple of years ago now where we replaced all of the baseball fields over in Metzler Park with synthetic turf, artificial turf. And it was a great partnership with our Parks Department because we actually did it as a sort of a Coloradoscape rebate program where we gave them some credits through that program. And they replaced that, and it actually really benefited them because what it did is it allowed them to use that turf year-round instead of certain times of the year when you've got snow and mud and rain, and you can't really put those ball fields to use. So they've been able to increase the usage on those ball fields, and of course they're saving a huge amount of water. I anticipate us doing more of that in the future with respect to especially the athletic fields. Now, we're not proposing to give up turf completely. We've got a lot of beautiful parks here in Castle Rock, as you mentioned, and there are times when we want to have grass, but we want it to be areas that people are actually using and enjoying, not front yards that are not being used, quite frankly, for people to throw the football and hang out and play. As you know, most of the yards in Castle Rock are not being used that way on a daily basis.